So Manchester United face Atletico Madrid in pre-season. A chance to see Eriksen, a chance to see Martinez, a chance... I mean, it don't really make up for the Champions League last season, but we want to beat them anyway. Let's have a look at it. Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock. My name is Joe. That's Jay Motti. How are you doing, Jay?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm good.
You're doing very well?
Yeah, I've just been having a meeting about my uni stuff because I'm at uni, mate. I'm doing a master's.
Uni.
Yeah, so big meeting with the big people for the uni stuff.
Really happy about that. I'm glad about that. We're going to be talking about Manchester United versus Atletico Madrid. A game that you're going to in Oslo.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to Norway. Yeah, taking my lady friend as well, little treat for her there. Gets her out of the house and that.
Yeah,
least I can do, seeing as I've been to Thailand and Melbourne and Perth.
The least you can do is go to another football match in a foreign country. Yeah, it's really kind of you, that, Jay.
I'm just so kind.
Do you know I went on holiday for 2 weeks? Well, I've got you a holiday now. Where is it? The next Man United match.
We're going away.
Where we go? What do you mean away? Yeah, Oslo away. Literally. We're going to Leeds away. So Man United play Atletico Madrid. We've got loads to talk about. New transfers. Players in the squad who are disgruntled. Let's start with Ronaldo, I think.
I love that word, disgruntled.
Yeah, it's a nice word, isn't it?
It's a nice word.
It's one of those words that is... you only ever find it be-prefixed. Do you know what I mean? You never just hear someone being gruntled.
That's a really good point, that.
Yeah.
Disgruntled.
Yeah.
If you're gruntled, are you happy?
Yeah, just...
He's gruntled.
He's
I'm gruntled, man. Yeah, things are going, oh, not me, I'm disgruntled.
Oh,
sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, fam.
Because gruntled sounds bad anyway.
Yeah.
But it's not. Disgruntled is. And Ronaldo is disgruntled.
Yeah.
He wants to leave. He was at training. Well, he was... I don't know if he's even trained yet, but he was at the training ground on Tuesday for,
nice
showdown talks.
Nice of you to join us.
Yeah, nice of you to turn up for 500 grand a week. He still wants to leave. He watched the game behind closed doors against Wrexham the other day. He's someone that obviously sees himself as the main number 9 at Manchester United. He was Manchester United's number 9 every single week he was fit. I think bar 1 or 2 last season, he started for Manchester United when he was fit. And yet, most Man United fans, or certainly most fans that I hear from, pretty much are ready for him to go. What do you see going on here? Because is he going to play in this game? He needs some minutes. Is he going to... we can't... Even if he wants to leave, we can't assume he's already gone and therefore not play him, surely.
I mean, yeah, it is a proper mess in it, really. And it's one where I don't think there's a happy outcome here. It's like, you'd have thought, me and you spoke about this when we did Transfers Live the other night. Ronnie wants to go, someone will come in for him. One of the biggest stars of all time. Still can do a job. Mm-hmm. He'll have a host of suitors, and that hasn't transpired. No. And now you've got a system as well where Eriksen Hag's getting a tune out of this squad without Ronnie. I know it's only early doors, but you can see from the pre-season results there, the Villa game aside, and okay, Melbourne victory, but we've had some pretty decent performances attacking-wise, especially. Oh, yeah. So it looks like there's a system there that's working without Ronnie. Now he's back, doesn't want to be there. So it's like the worst of both worlds, isn't it, really? And I never thought I'd say that about Cristiano Ronaldo being in the squad. So yeah, it is a really difficult one. And I think that he's just got to accept he's at United because the offers haven't come in for him. And the one thing I would hope is that there's still that part of him where he wants to get more goals. He wants to be, one of the, continue his legacy as one of the greatest of all time. And if he's still banging him in the Premier League, I know he's not in the Champions League, then that goes some way towards that. So I think that's where it may end up because, no one's come in for him. Atletico will link for him. And their fans and a few other people associated with the club have just absolutely put that one, put it to bed straight away, haven't they? Because he's got a very... so we say tempestuous relationship with the Atletico fans, and they're not exactly the most forgiving lot. So that's not happening. PSG don't want him. Bayern Munich don't want him. Chelsea were never going to sell him to them, and he's running out of options. And I think the best option for him is to just get himself ready and get back into the United team and help get us challenging at the top again.
Do you think he will do that, or do you think he'll, take a cut and go? I don't even know, Sporting or even back to Juve or, I don't know, Inter Milan. Do you think there's a chance he does that?
Can he go to these places, though? Can he really? Like, how much
if
of a
he's
cut
willing to take
can he take?
2/3 of a cut, if he goes down to 150, 200 grand a week, they could afford that.
maybe that's a lot for
That's what Dybala's on at Roma.
For him to do though, and and no disrespect to Dybala, but he's not.
But again, though, what
Dybala's not remotely like
what are
Cristiano Ronaldo. Is
Ronaldo's motivations at this point in his career? If it's to win trophies and to be in the Champions League, then he doesn't need the money. He's got what is he worth £1 billion?
This is the conundrum, though. This is part of the problem.
Generally speaking,
I don't
like
think he goes to a club that wins the Champions League.
No,
I don't. A club that's going to win the Champions League next season is probably going to be, pains me to say it, someone like City or the Scousers or Real Madrid. They ain't having him.
Who's the worst team
Bayern Munich, maybe,
that is capable of winning the Champions League next season?
I mean, I know you get these outliers, don't you? Like Porto or Dortmund
Chelsea.
or Chelsea twice or Liverpool in 2005. But, the chances are it's going to be one of the teams we've mentioned, that are going to win the Champions League.
PSG even.
Yeah. And none of them want him.
No.
And it's not just the case of he takes a massive pay cut, he comes in. If he comes in, you alter everything about your team. You don't just throw him in as, you can play alongside Messi or Neymar or whatever. You have to change the dynamic of the team, and I just don't see. I mean, I think the best thing for him to do is cement his legacy at Manchester United and get as many goals as he can in the Premier League. I think that's the only happy outcome for him.
Me too. Moving on to players who do want to be here. Christian Eriksen. Lissandro Martinez.
Just sound like this week.
It can't be that bad, surely. Both have signed, like I said, in the last few days, or been announced in the last few days. The deals have been done for a while. Both of them played some minutes against Wrexham. How excited are you to see those players, and how important is it that they get minutes over the weekend as well?
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 games, back-to-back games. We're going to get into our Predict 11 in a minute. I've not picked either of them for this game. Because it's on the Saturday and they played on the Wednesday, I think. Yeah. And I just think that extra day might do them a bit of good, and also to play at Old Trafford might be better for them. Yeah. Rather than playing in the Uleval Stadium, is it? Whatever it's called.
Nice.
So, yeah, I mean, can I be honest?
No.
Right. In that case, if I can't be honest, I'm really. I mean, yeah, it's I like Eriksen and Martinez, but I'm not like
think what he's been through.
Mad giddy.
I mean, Martinez.
Yeah, I'm not like. I'm looking forward to seeing new signings. Everyone loves seeing that, but this isn't like, oh my god, I can't wait to see. Do you know what I mean? I'm not dismissing these players because I'm glad we've got them, but yeah, I'm looking for to see them. But it's not like, wow, I can't believe we got finally got Christian Eriksen. It's like, yes, he's a good player, good signing. Martinez, good player, good signing, and I'm looking forward to seeing them, but I'm not like I was when Ronnie returned.
No. Eriksen kind of needed to be the 2nd or 3rd best midfielder we bought this summer.
Yeah.
And currently, he's the only midfielder.
Well, you made the point the other day when we were on a video. We're weaker than we were beginning of last season.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad. I don't want to sound negative. These players, I'm not hating on him. I'm glad we got him, but we've lost Nemanja Matic, Paul Pogba, Edinson Cavani, Jesse Lingard, fringe player. Juan Mata again, fringe player. But we've lost at least 2 players there, maybe 3, when everyone's fit and they're fit, have a chance of starting.
Yeah, like you don't. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Paul Pogba, if he was fit, would be starting next to Fred in that sort of deep line too under Ten Hag. Yeah. And again, I'm glad he's left. I think we should move on and all that. But we haven't really moved on. We've just lost him. No. So, it is interesting.
It's fine margins in it, but you think you could. I mean, I saw people saying this is such a big upgrade, getting rid of Pogba and getting Eriksen in. I think it's not.
No.
Do you know what I mean? It's fine margins.
Maybe Eriksen from 2018.
Yeah.
Where you look at him and say, you're one of the best midfielders in the world, but he hasn't been at that level.
And also,
for long enough.
Let's not forget the elephant in the room from last season. We lost Mason Greenwood.
Yeah.
We've lost a player who was arguably the most exciting attacker, young attacker on the planet.
Yeah.
And he's, there's a chance we'll never see him in a red shirt again. So this team now is weaker than it was last summer, and we need to do more in the transfer market.
The only thing obviously better, hopefully, is the manager.
Yeah,
you hope that Ten Hag can get more out of this team than Solskjaer did.
I think Solskjaer was going into last season, wasn't he, on a bit of a downer after I know we finished 2nd, but losing that Europa League final. Ten Hag, pre-season's gone great. The vast majority of fans we've seen from polls, from our interactions, from talking to fans, seem to want him over Pochettino.
Yeah.
So hopefully that positivity and that the reasons why people wanted him will show in the season.
Let's move on to predicted 11s then. I'll let you go first. Get your predicted 11s in the comments below as well. Here's yours, Jay. Look at that.
That's just pretty much pre-season FC, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Me and you were there, we were watching the games, and by and large, we saw those players, that front 3 or front 4, started most games. I know there was the odd one. I think there was one was it Melbourne Victory one where Rashford started the second half as captain.
Yeah.
And Elanga started the first half. But I think that's the team that he's gone with when everyone's available. I think you can maybe argue Varane maybe coming in for Lindelof, but
yeah. Are we saying Malacia over Shaw now then?
I've been banging out drums since we got him.
Yeah.
Listen, Luke Shaw on his day is arguably the best left back in the league, but on his day he's not consistent enough for me. And I think that Malacia, whilst he's only cost a few quid, 12 million euros, whatever it is, it's pennies relatively speaking. I think he was brought in for a reason. I don't think it's just been Luke Shaw's understudy. And I think from what we've seen pre-season, he's grown into this team already.
Yeah, he's definitely improved game on game. Midfield there then, McTominay comes back in, he's had a bit of a knock,
I know people go,
no Van der Beek?
No, I was tempted, and I think that it was at the Villa game, Van der Beek, and
to be honest, the Palace game.
My tin hat on. Sorry, it might be I can't remember which game it is I'm thinking of, but he didn't do anything.
No.
And it's like, whenever you say anything slightly negative about Van der Beek, I'm scared because I'm going to get people coming for me. I get he's not had a big run in the team, but Hannibal Medri, Zidane Iqbal's not had a big run in the team.
No.
Yet dazzled when he got a chance. Charlie Savage not had a run in the team yet. Absolutely shone again when he got chances. And Van der Beek was just okay.
I know.
If that. And I think, when are we going to start saying we need to see more from him?
I feel like at some point people are going to have to admit that he just hasn't been very good for Man United.
No.
And I'm not saying he never could be, or he couldn't turn around, or it's not confidence, or this. Why that is the case almost is irrelevant. Watching him every single week for Man United, or every single time he plays for Man United, in the 30, 40 times I've seen him across pre-seasons and league and cup matches, I've seen him genuinely do 5 or 6 things where I go, bloody hell, that was good. The step over to let the ball go through his legs, the goal he scored on his debut. He has had some good moments, but it's literally a handful of good moments in 40 appearances. I mean, that's just not enough.
No, he seems like a good kid. Seems like
I like him.
He's got an attitude and he comes across well in interviews and stuff, and obviously he's got a manager that knows him, but I need to see something from him.
You need to start doing
And I'm
it.
not Scott McTominay's biggest fan.
No, I know.
think Fred's had a good season last season. I like Fred. And I think he's had a good pre-season so far. McTominay, I think, is the one that would make way if De Jong comes in.
Yeah. And I don't think the bar's that high. And yet when we saw him starting in that position, he did less than McTominay does. Or he did about the same as him, but isn't as good as tackling.
Yeah, it's not enough, is it?
Let's move on to my team then, because there are a couple of differences in there. I've brought Martinez in. I think he'll want to get that partnership established as quickly as possible. I know there was this behind closed doors game.
That's the only reason it put me off a bit.
Yeah, we don't know how many minutes they played in that, and also they play 11 asides in training, and we don't consider that to be so demanding that they couldn't play at the weekend. I think playing against Wrexham, what are they, League 2 conference? I think that the intensity of that game would be equal to or less than a training game for United. Okay. So I think he needs minutes rather than he's had minutes and he needs a rest. I brought him straight in. I think Maguire's the one that's going to stay. I think he's been, I wouldn't say excellent, but I think he's been good pre-season.
Considering some of the nonsense he had to pull with, I thought he did well.
The only, the one goal against Palace where Shaw was caught out, Lindelof was caught out, he was caught out for pace. That's the only mistake I've seen him make. He's made some good passes. He's looked very good on the ball. Seems to have some of his confidence back. Varane's perpetually injured, and Lindelof has been fine. I think it's Maguire that keeps his place. He's still the captain, so that gives you an extra 5% in terms of pickability.
I think for this as well, I don't know. I feel like it's Atletico. You go into Oslo, you're getting all those Norwegian fans who are absolutely, crazy about United, very passionate fans. Great stuff over there. I've been over there before. Fortunate to meet a few Norwegian United fans that are absolutely, as ardent as you can get. I think you want to play some of your stars in that game.
Well, on that front, the only other change I've got from your team is Ronaldo.
Well, you've got
I think if you're back, you're back. Yeah. He needs minutes. I know it's not a case of dropping people like, oh, Martial, Ronaldo comes back and all that. You can't drop someone in a pre-season game. It's a friendly. It doesn't matter. He needs minutes, and he needs minutes in this team. If Ten Hag wants to work out who his number 9 is, he needs to see Ronaldo with Rashford and Fernandes and Sancho, not with Elanga and Chong and whoever else, because this is the what 8 of this team are going to be starting most games.
It was weird when I was thinking of the Ronnie situation. I was just sort of torn And part of me's feeling like, do you want to bring him back from after all this nonsense to Old Trafford, your first game back in front of your home fans? Or, is he going to go and travel? I know it's not exactly travelling to the other side of the world.
Was it 4-hour flight?
Yeah, is he going to go and make up this game? I was, I was almost in two minds. It could have been either or.
Yeah.
I get your argument. I'm not going to start arguing with you for the sake of it. I understand what you're saying completely. I was interested you've gone with him last year as well, because do you feel that?
I think he's been better than Shaw in the last couple of games. I think Shaw's, I don't know. Malacia talking about playing in midfield, and I think I don't know enough about the footballing intelligence of Malacia, but he speaks well, and we've heard rumours in the past that Shaw hasn't always taken to instructions and deep tactics particularly well. That, again, that's maybe Jose Mourinho being overly harsh on him, but that's the sort of thing we've heard of Luke Shaw. And Malacia's looked good, and he seems to be following those instructions well, and it's a bit more of a tactically adept system where you need to remember 3 or 4 things at once. We're in and out of the possession and in transition. I think Malacia looks like he can do that pretty well, so yeah, keep playing him.
No, I agree. I think, it makes a lot of sense. Like I said, there's only a couple of changes there, so I'm not going to, disagree with what you said there. It all makes sense, and we'll wait and see. I mean, like you said earlier, you can't look too much into it.
No.
Doesn't mean, anything really.
Yeah, exactly. No,
you've got a game the next day.
Yeah, and all it
in
takes
front
is
of your own fans.
Malacia to have a bad game at the start of the season and Shaw's back in until Christmas. Like,
I always think it's Van Gaal.
Yeah.
Remember that? 3 at the back, Blackett's in there, Jesse's in there.
Smashing everyone.
This is the new Lux United team. And we got beat at home off Swansea. Jesse gets injured. A couple of people have poor games. And all of a sudden, that just goes out the window.
Yeah, just didn't even play it ever again, really, did it? So let's move on to the opposition then. I think with pre-season matches, for me, the opposition is almost irrelevant. The couple of points is, obviously they beat us in the Champions League last season, so hopefully that will add some intensity to the game, which I think is good for fitness, good for the spectacle, good for watching it and, seeing new players in there. Hopefully, it does have a slightly elevated element to it. Also, there is the Ronaldo to Atletico rumours, which, again, adds something. But do you particularly care about the opposition when it comes to pre-season matches?
Not really. I mean, there's a bit of box office, isn't there, with Diego Simeone on the touchline. He's always good to watch.
The most highly paid football manager in the world.
Is it?
Apparently, yeah. He's on like 50 million.
It made me laugh
euros
when
a year.
United fans were saying we should get Simeone, and I thought, come on.
No.
It took him years to get it going there. He has a certain style that's not the most exciting at times to watch. He's excited to watch, but his football often isn't.
No.
And also, is he going to get the time and patience at United that he needs? No, he won't. I mean, they've had obviously an emphatic win over Numancia there.
Yeah. Only played one pre-season match, so we think we'll beat them. Let's move on to score predictions.
I hope so. We had a right smash and grab, didn't we, at their ground, getting a draw that time, and then they did us at Old Trafford, so maybe there's a little bit of afters there.
That's what I mean.
Do you know what I mean?
We need a bit of that.
That for me was the darkest day, and even more so than a 4-0 at Anfield.
Cheers for that ticket, by the way.
And I thought I was being really benevolent, right? Saying to you, listen,
have my
Champions League quarterfinals. Is it quarterfinals? No, it was the
round of 16.
Round of 16. So we could get to the quarterfinals.
No chance, mate.
Round of 16. I went to Madrid. You have the home one. It could be the last time we're in the Champions League for a little while. And you always miss all the games because you didn't watch songs. And you was like, oh, thanks, Jay. That's really decent of you. Like, give me a ticket. And then I have to message you saying sorry.
You literally.
I'm so sorry for you.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
We lost and it was crap, but we were still better than not.
Yeah, I mean, you do take one for the team on this channel more often than not.
Thank you. Score prediction?
I'll go with I think Ten Hag will be a little bit annoyed about our Villa game, and I think he'll expect these useless to put it right.
Yeah.
So I expect United win.
Yeah,
I think we'll out Atletico. I'll go 1-0.
1-0. I think it'll be a bit more than that. I think I'm going to go to 2-0 United. I think we're ahead of them in our preparation. We've got players still need to prove themselves to the new manager. Pre-season, when you've got Klopp or Simeone or Guardiola or whatever, pre-season is literally a fitness exercise and almost nothing more. Like, I think Liverpool lost all their pre-season games when they won the league a couple of years ago. Arsenal did when they won the league. You can lose all your pre-season matches and still be a top team.
Yeah.
But I think it actually means something to us because they're trying to impress the manager and show the fans that they are capable of playing some level of football. So I'm going to go 2-0 to Manchester United. Give us your score predictions in the comments. Let us know what you think is going to happen. Are we going to see Eriksen, Martinez, Ronaldo even? That'd be a turn up for the books, wouldn't it? A player who we pay 500 grand turning up for Manchester United. That'd be nice. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you very much for joining us. We will be here for the watch along as well. I will be joined by Jordan for that one.
Yeah, and I'll be over in Oslo. We're going to chat to a couple of people over there
Oslovians.
as well. Oslovians, as they're called. Get a couple of reporters and stuff. Baggers is going to be doing socials as well, so and chatting to a few fans and stuff. We'll have you covered, man. So make sure you just subscribe to the channel because you don't want to miss out.
Yeah, hit subscribe and we'll be live for any breaking news around transfers and all that good stuff as well. So hit the notification bell to see it first. Thank you very much for joining us. I'll see you in a bit.